Human Rights Watch has some new information for us about U.S. war crimes. In this case, it's in Syria. Let's take a look. Why do they hate us? Look, man, okay, so that does trivialize it a little bit because it is complicated as to why they hate us. There's different motivations for different people. Some people, you are dealing with a situation where, hey, you killed my uncle, and it's pure revenge. Other people, yes, they're radicalized by fundamentalist Islam. There's no denying that's a huge factor as well. But wouldn't it be great if we weren't involved in countries that didn't attack us and you could leave the fighting to the people in the region who are the first targets of the bad guys? You know, ISIS and Al-Qaeda and jihadists have been fighting in Syria. They've been going there like a fucking bug light. And the Syrian government has been fighting them back. And Hezbollah has been fighting them as well. And instead of, the U.S. not being involved and perhaps backing the side that aren't jihadists with humanitarian aid or what have you, instead of doing that, we are involved and we're bombing both sides. In fact, there was a story a while ago that wasn't nearly as big as it should have been, that I think it was the LA Times, and they found that CIA-backed fighters in Syria are fighting Pentagon-backed fighters. So we're arming both sides of the same war. We're also attacking both sides. Trump has repeatedly bombed the Syrian government, Syrian-backed troops. And then we also, every now and then, bomb the rebels, because the rebels are mostly jihadists at this point. So this is the definition of a quagmire. We're on both sides of the same fight. And again, let me ask everybody, what's victory? Because the U.S. says, hey, we despise Assad, who's the leader in Syria. But then we also say we despise the rebels because the rebels, now we admit, are mostly jihadists. So if you're not going to be happy if Assad wins and you're not going to be happy if the rebels win, then why the fuck are you involved? What are you trying to do? Seriously, what are you trying to do? I think what the answer is having some sort of Sunni government. So Assad is Shia Alawite, but some sort of Sunni government that's beholden to Saudi Arabia. So they can be Salafists, but they have to be somewhat tameable, willing to do business with Saudi Arabia and the U.S., and be another puppet of ours like Saudi Arabia is. That's what I think is going on, but you're not going to find that path. Because the people who are fighting in Syria right now, on the side of the jihadists, are the real Kool-Aid drinkers. They haven't just dipped their toes in the Salafi waters. They're all in. So they hate America, just as much as they hate the Jews and the atheists and all the infidels, and they want to see death to America. So you're playing with fucking fire. That's what you're doing. And in the meantime, while we're there doing all these things, look at that. Oops, we killed a whole bunch of children and a whole bunch of civilians, and yet again managed to be the worst character on the block in a war where there's nothing but monsters. Just get the fuck out, man. Get the fuck out. Mind our business. They didn't attack us. They used to have to at least pretend like there was some sort of direct threat against the U.S. Now they don't. With Iraq, oh, Saddam's going to attack us. It was bullshit. But they knew back then we have to at least have the rationale that somebody's going to attack us to get the war feelings bubbling over. But now they're just, fuck it. We're in Syria and we're not even pretending like Assad's going to attack us, or, it's not like ISIS is on the verge of attacking us. These are fighters who are in Syria because they're focused first on Assad. So why the fuck are we there? So stupid, so dumb, breeding more hatred against us. It's schizophrenic because we don't even know what fucking side we're on. Just get the fuck out and stop wasting our tax money. Nobody ever says, hey, what's going on here? Really? We're just going to waste money in Syria and fighting both sides and arming both sides? What the fuck's happening? What is this? We can't afford healthcare here? We can't afford free college? When the polls show people want both those things, we can't have a living wage here. We can't do a New Deal and rebuild our infrastructure, which gets a grade of D+, but you have money to fight on both sides in Syria. And this is the result. Civilians dying all over the place, children dying all over the place. Well done.